Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. So today I'm going to be going through the style sounds on the DGX-670. It's a wonderful Yamaha piano, one of the newest Yamaha stage pianos that they've brought out. It's super for beginners, and it's also really good for professionals too. It's fully weighted, it's got really good polyphony, 264 note polyphony, little speakers, only 6-watt speakers, but they actually put out more than 6 watts when I've done tests, which is really good, so it's really positive. I've been able to use it in halls with groups of at least 30 people, 30-40 people, and they've been able to hear it. And normally if you're doing something larger, regardless of what wattage you've got, you would probably use a speaker anyway of some kind so that you could project it a bit further. Okay, so on we go. So styles, it's got pop and rock, ballad, dance and R&B, country and blues, standards and jazz, entertainment, Latin and world, and pianist. And I'm just going to go through one of each. It's done beautifully, so you've got these buttons here laid out. I know you can just about see. I basically pick one button for the type of style that I want. I then have 4 different style controls of A, B, C and D, and I press A for the simple stuff, B for a little bit more, C for a little bit more texture, and D will give me the maximum amount possible that I will be able to get from the style setting. I then am able to play chords. You've got a variety of chords. You can do finger styles. You can do so you put one finger and it'll do a chord. You can do the whole thing. You can set your whole piano keyboard, all the 88 keys to recognize what you're playing. Today I'm going to do it the conventional way, where I have a split point. So this part of the keyboard I can just play what I like and it doesn't interfere with my styles. And this side I'm going to do chords. It works out chords really well. So as I play the various chords, it just locks into them immediately. Okay, so let's get on with it. We'll start with pop and rock, and then we'll go across the board. So I'm going to pick power rock to start with, and here we go. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions or any specific other styles you'd like to hear, please do ask me. Thank you very much. It's all going to be my own music that I'm just improvising on the spot. Okay. I'm going to put an introduction on as well with most of the things we use. I've got a sync start, and we're going to always start on style A. I'll go A, B, C, D. And I'm also using OTS link, which means as I change it, it will decide what instruments I get to use. Okay. Good. Now, I've got 2 layer options. So it's selected saxophone. However, there is another layer under just the B setting that I can use. So I could straight away click my second layer, and it's going to give me an organ. And it shows me on screen what the other layer is. So there's no kind of scary moments where I don't know what's about to happen. I can also, with the layer, use the left setting to give me a sound as well. So I'll be kind of interchanging those in as well, just to make it more interesting for listening. So here we are, continuing with the B setting, but now we're going to use a organ instead of that growly sax sound. So there we go. That's the various options within the rock and pop category. So on to ballads. Going to go for the first option, which is the modern piano ballad. And we'll do an introduction and start with setting A. No, it didn't give me a very good introduction. There we go. So for me that's a bit slow, so immediately I can tap tempo. I'm going to just speed that up a bit, and then we're going to go on to the other setting. This is the B. So I've layered some strings in the left hand now. We're on to the C. All soprano sax. Okay, into the dance setting. So we're going to go for global DJ. Again, we're going to do the introduction, and we'll do a sync start, and then start on the A option. Go A, B, C, D. We've already heard quite a lot of guitars, so I'm going to use its optional layer, which is Bright Fat Saw. B. Onto D. Nice. Country and blues. I very rarely explore the country and blues, so I'm going to go for one that says country hits. Country pop. That's a pedal steel, and my God, they've got that sound just. That sound is excellent. Nice. With the organ, it's a set volume, so you would need to include, you would need to have like some kind of swell pedal, really, to be able to judge that. You could also have the mixer up. Actually, yeah, you could do that. You could have the mixer up on screen, and you could have the wheel assigned. It will naturally assign, so it's not like you have to work hard to do it. Assigned to the main, and you can turn it up and down from that. Because, like, as you tell, high notes on an organ are generally louder than the middle. So here, that's quite nice. But as I go up, it's really, really piercing. So you'd need to turn that down if you wanted to work high up the keyboard. Okay, standards and jazz. We'll go for acoustic jazz. Oh wow. Okay, so introduction, A setting. Kind of weird sound that one. Let's go for the beat. I like how it's sensitive to when I hit it loudly, it will give a bang in the bass. Here you go. It'll give like a ride cymbal hit. But that's not always brilliant because it's not like super sensitive. Maybe there's some settings which can be explored. So it's kind of doing it as well sometimes when I just want to give an accent, but I don't want that sound to come out. So yeah, maybe a very slight gripe there. Okay, let's continue with the B. So that was the clarinet. Go into a rotary organ. Put an organ in the bass layer as well. Very realistic semi-acoustic guitar there. It also gives you the option of a jazz organ. A jazz accordion there. Okay, going on to the D option. It should give us a nice CFX Yamaha natural grand piano. Nice. Okay, then you got entertainment, sci-fi march. Okay, this sounds pretty epic. So, okay, you can also layer a woodwind orchestra. And this is only the A setting. And you can put some choir sounds in the left hand, which is pretty cool. So can you hear that choir coming out? This is without it. Adding it in. Very nice. Okay, going over to the B setting. Nice. I think I might have just made my first improvised piece of film music there. Okay, then you got Latin. So we're going for a bossa nova to start with. Oh, sorry, with the introduction. sync start. There we go. They haven't got that quite right. There's some kind of really strange effect being put on that electric piano. Interesting. Okay, the C section of that is flamenco guitar, so this should be really cool. Oh, that's nice, that's nice. He gives that tonguing when the flute goes. That's clever. It's beautiful to use. I think I might actually try something else from the Latin and world there, because that wasn't exactly the kind of Brazilian bossa that I was hoping for. I was hoping for something a lot more kind of juicy, a lot faster. Let's go for a fast samba and see what we get out of this. It doesn't really work with the voices, let's just do the vibe. Now, I feel like naturally some of the sounds aren't balanced, so you can actually go into the settings and balance it and then save it in a bank or memory as a preset, and then know that you're going to get it right for your gig. I was very impressed with the first half, this Latin and world. And it's nice rhythms, it's really, really nice rhythms. The sounds are beautiful, but they haven't got the balance right at all. Like here in the right, they've given you a sax section, plus clarinets, plus flutes, and then a grand piano in the left, and it's just so much, it's overpowering the accompaniment. But it's a wonderful idea, and you can make it work, but you have to put a bit of work for that. Okay, now the stride piano section is wonderful for people that can't do stride piano. So basically what it wants you to be able to do, or to allow the person to do, is, I don't want it to start with that one, is to be able to go that kind of thing, you know. And if you can't, you can kind of use the boogie woogie, and then you can play like a blues scale in the right hand, potentially. Let's just check out how that works. It should do. Let's do it in C. It's alright, it jumps a bit, you can hear. Even if you're really accurate, because of the nature of so many notes. That's a weird choice for Boogie Woogie giving you a crunch guitar. Very odd. That's better. That's a vintage EP was the other option. Yeah, I was getting into it. It's never going to replace a piano player doing it. Let's see what else they give you. They give you a piano orchestral ballad. This could be really cool if they've got this right. Layer a bit of harp. Actually, that harp sound on its own is amazing. French horns have always been great from Yamaha. But again, you can hear the accompaniment is getting overpowered. I'm struggling to hear where the accompaniment is now. I can put some voices on it. Those solo instruments. That is so realistic. I've worked in a lot of orchestras for years and years and years. That is just the sweetest sounding oboe. That was really cool, beautiful. I love some of the options they've actually got here. They've got musical as well. That's clever. And if you like that right hand there as well, that orchestral flute is just so nice. And when you go low, it does immediately sound like an alto flute, which is so cool. And when you layer that with the cornet sound, you even get the... You can hear them tonguing, and when you put them both together, beautiful sounds. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. Okay, if you've got any more questions, obviously, I'm happy to do specific styles, and those styles, it's not like I work with them loads. The only one I knew was Global DJ. The other styles I just picked for fun and went through the different style settings just for enjoyment, really, and to share what the piano can do. It's wonderful. The sounds on it are so good. I can't tell you, for the amount of money you pay. It's like £800 in the UK. The amount of money you pay is just phenomenal for what you get. The sound engine plus the speakers. Don't be put off that it says 6 watts. Seriously, they sound so much bigger. easily as good as my PSR 900. I mean, seriously, I can match the volume, and that's meant to have much bigger speakers. But the output is not what Yamaha say. It is outputting plenty more, enough to fill a room, equal to that of the PSR 900. And obviously I own one, and so I work with that a lot too. However, less lately, actually. I work with it a lot less. The only thing it can do basically is got more sounds, more style functions, and then it's got a little looping idea, but most people choose the looping pedal anyway because it's a bit faffy in the piano. Plus also it's got three parts that you can layer for a right hand, and then an additional left hand, 4 in total, whereas this has only got 3 parts in total, 1 left hand and 2 right hand. But Yamaha have been really clever. Just before I finish the video, Yamaha have been really clever, because it's like, oh, I can only layer 2 sounds, right? So I can have my piano and my strings, and then what if I want brass as well, right? But Yamaha have got through this and passed this amazingly. They've now made like orchestral strings and piano in one sound. So you can layer that on one, and then you can put your other stuff on top. So you can have like a tutti orchestra, for example. So if I go to my instrument settings, so let's have a look what we got here. So you got orchestra tutti, which we'll put as the main voice, and then from the orchestra tutti, sounds like this. Then if I might want to layer on something really polite, say I want to layer on some lovely woodwind sounds over the top, I just don't have at the moment. So I can go in here, grab my woodwind stuff, and immediately there's a setting for, do I want 1 instrument on the woodwind, or do I want 2? There's just so many options here. So I'm going to go for clarinet and flutes. I play my orchestra as tutti without woodwind. Add it in. You know, it's got it all. So I'm so impressed with this piano. I'll be doing plenty more videos on it because it's definitely a keeper for me. And I do work with way more expensive equipment, so I feel like I can give a really honest view of how good I think this is. It's wonderful. It's really cool. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye.